cards pulled out here, 5 cards for each quarter of the year, and I will try my best to pinpoint the energy for the specific months as best as I can, okay? So let's go ahead with your reading. So the first thing that does show up in between, the past and the present and the future. So it's really important for you to be decisive and try to just close up that chapter. I do feel that a lot of people in your life needs to be left behind for good, and this can be, I'm sensing it's playing out not so much as romantic relationships, but more so on the friendship level. A lot of you guys are kind of like stretching yourself too thin, trying to network, trying to, I'm sensing like literally extending your tentacles and trying to network with other people for work opportunities, even like opportunities to accelerate and excel in the work environment. And I do feel that in the process of doing that, you're kind of to close out on that chapter in your life. And I feel that you're a very good judge of character by nature. So it's in your best ties, and those relationships start to bring you problems. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Um, for a small minority of you, I do feel that if you have been in a relationship with somebody who is potentially married and you are aware of this fact and you're still in the relationship with them, hoping that, they're going specifically dating somebody who is married, okay? Um, I do sense that these 2 months are a little bit difficult, mainly because the rude awakening is coming in, where you're realizing that, okay, wow, they're really not going to leave their significant other for me. And this is something that is going to hurt. It's going to be they're not spending that day with you, mainly because they're tied in with other people. And, it's never a good start to date someone who's married, mainly because it creates a lot of misunderstanding, jealousies, miscommunications. And it's just your energy gets confused because there are too many people involved in that love triangle. Okay, so please try to protect yourself and close some doors on old chapters in your life so that you can begin anew in a more empowering way. Okay, so Cancers, I'm very sorry to say, but the first quarter of the year doesn't start out very well and very smooth. So when things don't go well and when things are kind of like topsy-turvy, it means that we have to stop what we're doing, correct these imbalances in our lives so that we can move on and the good things will come. So this is the first 3 months of the year is forcing you to basically re-examine your life, close some chapters, close some doors on some friends, on some relationships that are not serving your greater good, so that you can move forward. Okay, I do feel that one of the main thing I do sense is it's basically clearing up old karma, and that means doing things in a more honorable fashion. So if you're stuck in that love triangle relationship and you're hoping that things will clear up, well, you don't really have to be in it. You can find a way out of it and you can proceed on your own. I do feel for a lot of you there might have been like love triangles, or there might have been relationships that were very like directionless. And what I mean by that is you don't even know if you're going to have a future with that person. If you're in that type of a situation, please close those doors, okay? Close them for good. Just slam them if you need to, and carry more of a empowering, energy with you towards the second half of the second quarter of the year, and also the rest of the year. So close some doors. It's overdue. Move forward and try to arrive at a place where you feel empowered, where you're regaining control of your life, where your life is not really at the whims of other people. A lot of you are in relationships with air signs, and air signs are Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, where you feel as if you're not really on the same page, okay? There might be a lot of love involved. There might be a lot of just feelings, history as well. But I do feel that that chapter in your life needs to be closed for good, and then just move on from it. So don't dilly-dally, don't I'm going to say that you have a lot of things that are kind of like, you have like frayed edges. You have a lot of things that have not been wrapped up. The indecisiveness is basically, you know, the not having the ability to be confrontational when it comes to other people, when it comes to other people interfering with your life. You really need to be more confrontational, more assertive, and just, you know, don't leave frayed edges. You know, make clean cuts once and for all and move on. Okay, so you have a lot of loose ends, loose projects, things that have not been satisfactorily completed. It's like, right? So because of those things, kind of like leaving things out in the open and leaving things kind of loose and not having like a final, you know, like closure to those things are being carried over in, you know, tie up loose ends and just let them go, release them to the universe, and just move on with your life. Okay, I feel like you're stuck and you don't know where to go and you don't know how to extract yourself from situations. But so the first 3 months is basically house cleaning, possibly even moving home, severing relationships, and just moving on with your life. So coming in the second quarter of the year is, I pretty much feel that's when your life is going to start. Now, if you have taken the first 3 months to diligently sever those ties, sever those cords, you know, clean up those frayed edges and have a very clean start, I feel that life is going to be a lot better come the second quarter of the year. The second quarter of the year is the ground running, and I do feel that as diligent as you were for the first 3 months to clean up loose ends, you're pretty much going to have to make decisions on the spot. Okay, so your life is accelerating. You want to move in the right direction. You want new energies. You want to pursue new things, new projects, new plans. And these plans are basically there for the taking. All these opportunities are there for the taking, especially when it comes to new work opportunities. But I do feel that once again, that indecisive energy is going to come through. So don't second guess yourself. Move forward. You might not have all the information that you need right now, but your gut instinct is telling you that, okay, I really want to go in this direction. So I do feel that no matter what, make those decisions, make up your mind what you want to do, and grab life by the horns. Okay, I do feel a lot of stagnation when it comes to the first 6 months, and a lot of it has to do with the fact that you have such strong emotional ties to people and you're afraid to make decisions without their input. I do feel that you're in a good place right now. You really need to trust your instincts and you really need to stop dilly-dallying. So move forward in a more positive light, in a more of a carefree manner, and opportunities will start to open up for you. I do feel new job opportunities as well, okay? For those of you who are waiting around for other people, especially to bring you work opportunities, I do feel there is going to be situations where they take way too long, or they bring you things that are not kind of like, they bring you things that are not appropriate to your skill set. So this is pretty much, you know, the second quarter is all about self-reliance, okay? Taking life by the horns, forging opportunities for yourself, not relying on other people to bring you scraps of information that you can that will bring you to your next leads. Rather than waiting for them, move forward and try to create the opportunities for yourself. Freedom of movement is what I'm sensing is going to really break you out of your shell and is really going to create a lot of opportunities for you. So moving about, circulating, and once again, be very careful about your associations, your networks, and your social circles. So I do feel that if a lead has proven to be like a dead end, if it leads to a dead end, just sever those ties. You don't need to make nice. You don't really need to really to maintain, you know, you don't need to expend your energy maintaining dead ends, like dead weights is what I'm sensing. It has been really difficult for you to sever ties in the past, and I do feel that this is a major challenge and also an important lesson. If you're like interacting with somebody and you feel very, very emotionally drained after every encounter with them, it means that you need to let that relationship go. Okay, you need to let that friendship go. So really decide. It's basically like narrowing down your social circle and sticking to it. Okay, so please, please, challenges are trying to force you to do things a different way. Whenever we encounter blockages in our lives, it's the universe trying to self-correct. Okay, it's trying to self-correct, and I feel that you can resist it or you can work with the energy. So I do feel a lot of these changes coming through is going to be quite uncomfortable, but you're going to have to trust that the universe has your best interests at heart, okay? So the year is going to be a little bit challenging, but I def to the next level. This is a lot of social dating where you socially date and then you're hoping that, one of these I guess like suitors would turn out to be looking for something more stable. So if you are out dating, whether you are looking for, for fun, for a fling, or for a relationship, there is something in store for you. So you have a lot of opportunities here to date and a lot of suitors coming through. I do feel there is going to be another water sign, okay, like yourself, and an air sign that is going to be very, very good to date and to have a commitment. So whatever you're looking for, there is somebody there that is going to meet you halfway. If you're looking for a fling, there's definitely that person. If you're looking for stability, a more stable relationship partner, there's definitely that on the offer for you as well. So I do feel Pisces, Cancer, Scorpios, and also Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. So those options are definitely available to you. A lot of you might have like just, instant attraction with a water sign, but I do feel the water sign might be more of a social dating, whereas the air sign might seem to be a little bit more interested in a long-term partnership. I do have amazing cards here that indicates to me that there is going to be a transition in your home environment. So this can be, physically relocating, having a housewarming party, feeling very established in your home environment. So whatever jobs that have been coming in due to your own seeking, or due to your hard work that is coming through, that came through in the second quarter, it's going to come to fruition. It's going to manifest in a way that is very positive for you financially. So because of it, I do feel the third quarter is like the spending stage where you're potentially getting a new home, you're moving home, you're purchasing property, you're purchasing new things to furnish your homes with. So I definitely feel like a lot of spending, okay? And just keep a tight rein on your financial situation. I feel that you're going to be fine. You're purchasing luxurious items. I do feel like very expensive purchases, possibly, for to pamper your loved ones, to pamper yourself, to make yourself feel good. So just, manage your finances. I don't feel that you're going to be in the red, but I do feel there's a lot of expenditures, mainly to please other people, and to also, emotional spending to make you feel good, okay? So it indicates to me a very opulent lifestyle, but I do feel you have the financial resources to back it up, all right? Coming in for the last 3 months of the year, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, and I do feel this is a potentially a relationship partner. This can be a child that you are dealing with for those of you who are parents. I definitely feel for those of you who have a child that is an air sign, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, there is going to be some issues when it comes to deception, when it comes to lying, when it comes to them associating with bad people that you need to nip in the bud, okay? So this is not a month where you can pretty much lay back and let them take control of their lives. I do feel they're going to come to you needing help, and you are going to be the voice of reason here. So it's really important for you as well. For those of you with air sign children, you have to be a good role model for them, okay? So for example, if they see you smoking, drinking, if they see you, staying out all hours of the night, I feel that they're going to call you to answers for your actions. And you want to set a very good example for your children, because air signs, they will emulate whatever behaviors they feel, okay? And for those of you who are parents and just, with children in general, be very, very careful about them emulating like bad behaviors. So ask questions about where they are, where they're hanging, who they're hanging out with, and who their friends are, okay? So invite friends, their friends, over for sleepovers if you need to, just to gauge where they are, just to gauge what kinds of people they're surrounding themselves with. So I do feel like, once again, going back to the message I was getting the beginning of the year, be careful about your social contacts. I do feel that it's also playing out in your children, in that you want to be careful and to monitor who it is that they're hanging out with, if they're hanging out with the right people, okay? So that's coming through. For those of you who find yourselves in a relationship with an air sign by the end of this year, I definitely feel this is a very major, important event where the give and take in the relationship needs to be addressed. And also, taking the relationship to the next level is indicated for a lot of you, where you might think about joint finances, where you might feel like, if the relationship is really not serving your greater good, there's definitely communications about that and how the relationship can be fixed, how you both can join finances, join your families together to create a more stable foundation for yourself in the future. For a lot of you too, I definitely feel, the majority of you, there might be a situation within your home environment where somebody is undergoing surgery, and there is a major expenditure, like a financial expenditure, coming through as a result of this medical procedure, okay? It's not for all of you, but I do feel something is coming through, possibly with a family member, with yourself or a family member. So this is the quarter in which you are kind of like dipping into your savings. So make sure you're not spending way people. It is really important for you to trust your intuition when it comes to like timing and people. Don't surround yourself with bad company. And the bad company, the bad seeds, the bad apples will start to drag down your energy level in a very negative way. So please, please, please protect yourself accordingly, and don't let yourself just, so don't surround yourself with toxic energy, okay? That is my advice for you for this year. And I do hope that if this is something that you've been dealing with for a few years back, or if you're hitting like blockages when it comes to just bad luck coming in from other people, it is really important for you to re-examine the company that you keep and to make adequate change. Try your best to think positively and to surround yourself with more positive people, all right? I do wish you the best. I also feel like you have a lot of emotional ties to people, but the history that you have with somebody, you might have outgrown them without knowing. So even if you want them in your life, if they bring a lot of drama, if they bring a lot of like toxic people along for the ride, you really have to draw up boundaries and really protect yourself, okay? Cancers.